Despite being a handyman with a wide range of skills, Sato is severely undervalued and underpaid. When he complains, his boss fired him, claiming to be easily replaceable. And as if his luck wasn't bad enough, he was hit by a truck and it kills Sato on his way home. Surprisingly enough, Sato didn't die. Instead, he was transported to another world. There he meets a party composed of a female knight, a fairy, and a mage, who all are looking for a new recruit with a skill set just like Sato's. Throughout their time together, Sato uses his expertise to assist his fellow party members and soon convince and it received the recognition he never thought was possible. However, Sato's presence may be just the starting catalyst that connects a diverse cast of people from different places, slowly uncovering the fate that could bring a change to the world. This anime has about 12 episodes. It premiered January 8th to March 26th of 2023. Based on my manga series, it is adventure, comedy, and fantasy. Themes are adult cast and isekai. Each episode is 23 minutes and is rated R and 70 plus for violence or family. Let's get started into the review. What I really like about this anime is that poor guy, he gets a rough start where he's like, handyman, undervalued, underpaid. I know that feeling. But one thing that, did from this isekai that lets me a little bit confused, he gets hit by a truck, but he doesn't die. And that audio in TikTok that's like, have it, like freak, he didn't die, like that type of sound. And this is the kind of situation because, he doesn't die instantly. He's like reported or teleported, I should say, into the isekai where he's meet with this female knight and elderly old magician who forgets most of his spell called Morlock, and a healing fairy that charges people to use her services to get healed called Lafana, and a strong female knight. And their interaction with each other is like a good comedy, relief, but also can be very emotional time in that very close-knit party who deeply care for one another and form this great bond of friendship and this type of relationship that makes it work. And when you have the side characters, the antagonists, that are all very decent. Each character has a certain degree of well development to them that you get more attached to them more than others. And it's also a very different change of pace when you have an antagonist that has a good backstory instead of them just being evil just for the sake of being evil. And overall, the animation is really good. Like, I was thoroughly impressed with the animation and like the whole pacing story of this isekai that sets them apart. I think what's different from this isekai from other isekai is that, color me impressed. But I think, personally, what really captured my attention to begin with this anime is that, when Sato is placed in this world, like, he doesn't question anything. Like, he knows that different, like, measuring system from his world, and, like, they're just happy to have him a part of their group because they were recruiting looking for a new member. And then you're like, you kind of feel like they have, like, that sort of, like, like, oh, yeah moment. Like, you have, like this scene here. We're not going to tell you too much about it because I don't want to spoil, but right here is where they have, like, their oh, yeah moment. And it makes sense for everybody in the group, including Sato, who's, like, doesn't belong to this world, but he's here and he's living there. And this is, like, his, brand new life, which, wow for him. And he's like, he finally feels appreciated for his skill set, which I thought that was very touching because in the real world where he was from, no one appreciated his skill set. You would think people would appreciate the handyman's work. But that's what I really love about this group is because they appreciate Sato. They appreciate him so much that they're very thankful that he's there. They get upset or emotional when he's hurt, and they have this very strong bond, which I really like a lot. And for Sato, he's like finally replaced for his skills and, talents are truly appreciated. And him being the catalyst for the show is interesting. And, my final thoughts for this anime is that it's really good. Like, it does, yes, it is an isekai, but it's very different from the other isekai because all the villains are just evil because they're evil. But in this one, this villain actually has a good fleshed out backstory, and they're not evil just because. They're actually evil and have motivation to be evil and to do the wrong things. As well for Sato and the other character, he is basically the building blocks of bringing all the rest of the cast together and, using his skill set to improve the world for a better place, especially using his craft where they were deeply undervalued and unappreciated, especially for him, for Sato, finally be appreciated for the gift that he's got, makes he finally have a place where he finally belongs. And, even though he technically died in his real world, we're normally bat an eyelash of him being gone. In this world, if he gets hurt, oh, trust me, people are going to know and people are definitely going to miss him. But definitely check out Handyman Saitou in Another World and let me know. Comment down below what anime review you want me to review next. But until next time, I will see you real soon. Bye.